Welcome to Math 140 online. This course is a course that involves the college level mathematics of college mathematics, and also teaches you the developmental mathematics that you needed to get into this course. And it usually is taught when you kind of need it, though some of it's taught a little bit before it because algebra has to build on itself. This is the home page of the course when you get into it. This is what you will see when you get into the course. You'll see the course, you'll see that it's my name, and you'll see some different things to click on. Start here will get you to the modules, and the very first module you should look at. Modules also get you to the exact same place, and so it's just another way to get to the same place. Syllabus gets you to the syllabus you should read. And more resources get you to some information on how to do things on a program called Desmos if you want to use that as an app. Over on here, if you've never been into Canvas, over here is your different things you can pick from, your list of assignments you can go into, your grades that you have in the course. People is actually going to be something very useful to us. We're going to look into that. Different pages if you want to try to get into those. Again, another link to the syllabus, another link to the modules, and any announcements that are set by your teacher. Discussions, because there are discussions that are required. The rest of these things, conferences are not actually used, though it can be. Starfish is something for if you wish to use it. I don't use it very often, but the college uses it for making appointments and such. For certain things, you do not need an appointment to see me, though. College information is some information that you should read to learn about different things that we have at the college. And then these are some Canvas student guides for you to learn some things if you don't know how to do something. And then there's some useful links here at the bottom. So I want to first show you kind of what it looks like. So we're going to go to the Start Here. So we'll click on Start Here. And what it will get you into is a course welcome. You should read this, read me first. It really should be read first, so please go through and read this. There is an orientation worksheet you need to work through. I'm not going to go into all of these because that is kind of what the orientation worksheet does for you. An introduction of me, what my office hours are, including some online office hours and a link to those online office hours. Introduction discussion for you to do. Your practice quiz you have to take, some guides to being an online student, submitting your orientation worksheet, and then the solutions will appear. Right now they're not active. If you try clicking on that, it'll tell you it's not active, but they will appear for you to see kind of what you're supposed to have said in some of the answers. So again, this course is two different courses. There's a college mathematics portion of the course. This gives you kind of an overview of what it looks like so that you can read about kind of what is supposed to happen in that. I highly suggest you read this. This is where most students have problems, is they don't understand the structure of the course. So reading this gets you an idea of how kind of things get structured. The college level mathematics portion of the course is set into chapters. So we have chapters. Each chapter has certain activities you have to do. There's an introduction. There's some notes, which include some videos that were created for it. There's some chapter homework assigned. There's some videos of the homework solutions for some of the problems. The odd answers are posted so you can check your answers. There's a discussion for every single chapter that you must do, and you must submit it 3 times. You must post in this discussion. And then submitting your homework. You can submit that either by typing it in Word and then submitting the Word document, or typing or handwriting it and scanning it in and submitting the PDF documents. And then after you've submitted it, the day after this homework is due, the chapter 1 solutions will appear so you can make sure your answers are correct and how to do the problems. And there's a conclusion that kind of summarizes what you were supposed to have learned and leads you into the next chapter. So again, each chapter has these exact same things. So we're going to start with chapter 1, and then chapter 2 comes next, then 3, and then yes, we are jumping to chapter 7. I do know how to count. I realize that 4 should come next, but it works out better this way to go from chapter 3 and then go to chapter 7. Notice that there is I'll go back up here. There's a test for chapters 1 and 2 that will appear in the chapter 2 module. Again, it's not active right now, but once it is active, you can get to that test. And this one is a take-home test. Down here, there will also be for chapter 7, 3, and 7, there's also a test. This one is proctored, and you will have a test to sign up for that, to where you can sign up for different times that I will post. And if you don't live in Flagstaff, you can use a proctor, and there's a place to sign up for a proctor also. So that will be occurring, and you can see how that works. And then chapter 4, and then 5, and then the last chapter we would do is be chapter 10. So we don't do every chapter in the book. After that, we will head into the algebra review portion of the course. These are algebra skills that you should have learned in some place. This information, again, is something you should read, learn more about, see how it works, and go through the process of that. There is actually group work in the algebra review portion. You need to sign up for a group during this very first week of the semester, because there's something due the second week of the semester, the Tuesday of the second week of the semester, that you must work in groups to do. So you can click on this, or you can come over here, and there is, well, I don't have one because I'm not really a student, but there is also a group that you can pick over here that you can also use to sign up. So you're going to sign up for a group. And there's nothing special about the groups. It's just more of pick one that you want to sign up for. And then the lessons, the algebra review material is set into lessons. So there's, instead of calling them chapters, they're called lesson A, B, and so forth. Each lesson, except for lesson A, that's why I kind of skipped it. Each one has an introduction, a kind of a summary sheet, which allows you to take notes from. When you're watching the videos, you take notes with the summary sheets. The sheets are designed to go with the videos. You will be required to take the notes while you're taking the videos, and then submit those notes to make sure that you've taken notes during the videos. And then, like I said, there's a group work for each one. And then you'll go into and do, the solutions will be posted after the group work is turned in. There's also an online homework for this. And there's a quiz over this material. And again, the solutions will post after that, after the due date. And then there's a conclusion for the lessons. There are no tests over the algebra material. Once you've taken the quiz over it, you will use that material in the very next lesson, but you don't have to have a test over it that you have to take. And the quizzes you can use all materials on because they are online quizzes. And that's the structure of it. If you go and look into the calendar, you'll see when you go into the calendar that it has exactly what you should be doing each day and each week. You can see it actually tells you to start lesson A. It tells you to start chapter 1. It then shows you when lesson A materials due and to start lesson B. And it shows you when the chapter 1 materials due. So you can see you're working on the college level material at the same time you're working on the algebra material. So you are going to be working on two different things at once. That is what some people have a little bit of problem with the course, is understanding that structure, but you will be doing that and getting through it. So that's kind of the structure of the course and how it all works. To do the group work, you will actually go into your group section. Again, I can't get in there, but I can show you a little bit about what it looks like. And if you go into the group section, and I'll just go into one. Like I said, this is not how you do it because I can't get into them because I'm a teacher and not a student. But in each one, you actually have announcements, you have pages, you have the list of the people that are in your group, you have discussions that you can do, you have files, you can post files here. If you want to meet in conferences, you can. If you want to do collaboration, you can. I wouldn't, because usually you need a Google Doc to do that. I would suggest that you use Pages. And actually, if you go into Pages, you will see that I actually have Lesson A page right here. You can click on it, and this is actually Lessons A material. You can actually edit it, and you can actually type your material straight into here, and that way collaborate with groups as yourselves. This right here is a math equation. If you click on this insert math equation, you can actually do square roots. You can do fractions, you can do superscripts, subscripts, you can do Greek letters if you need to. So there's different things you can do. You can do less than and greater than and other things. Different symbols under miscellaneous. So play around with this and you'll see how to put these things in. And then you would just say insert equation. So you type in what you want. So if you want to put a fraction, you'd put in 4 and then fifths. And then you just say insert the equation. And you can see 4 fifths is right here. That of course is not the correct answer, so I'll take that out and I won't save this. And that's kind of what the group section looks like. You can do discussions, you can start a discussion, and anybody who's doing work in here, I can see what they're doing in their discussion. And so this is kind of a way for you to work together without actually having to be in the same location. So that's kind of the structure of this course. There will be some videos that I will post on how to do things in each individual piece, a little bit more detail, but that's the structure of the course.